are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel no winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the game. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let
Hello, but welcome back again to your favorite channel, BlueClouds Media, the transfer feed. Welcome back to the transfer feed, live brought to you by BlueClouds Media. And today's live stream, we're breaking down the Premier League summer transfer window. Today, we're diving deep into the bombshell rocking Stamford Bridge, Christopher Nkunku, Bayern Munich, Nicolas Jackson. Yes, Christopher Nkunku at this moment. Bayern Munich is hanging in there. Nicolas Jackson potential out of the door, and the looming shadow of Chelsea's FFP crisis facing major clear out this summer. That's why we got you in this show. Join the live chat right now. Let us know your immediate reaction, and let's predict who stays, who goes, who join Chelsea. Absolutely, it's a must sign. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe. Let's get it all going. Nick Zion is here. I'm going to bring you the latest update on what is going on right now with Chelsea Football Club. Nicolas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku. Mohamed Kudus looks like he's out of the door. He's not going to come to Chelsea right now. Not really leaving the football club, but then he has to find himself in another place to another football club. Looks like he wants out of Crystal Palace, but I mean West Ham United, but Chelsea cannot get that deal done. They wouldn't too many players on that right hand side. So Kudus is out of my list today. But yeah, we got financial fair play issues also to talk about on today's show. So guys, be my guest. You're not going away. Nizan is right here with you guys, chatting all things Chelsea. Latest news right now at this moment. Manchester United have declined a bumper deal, which could help their financial problems. They deny the Amazon deal that is going on. You guys know behind the scenes footages and all that. Tottenham Hotspur have theirs. Manchester City also have theirs, but United have declined that bumper deal. It would have been the biggest deal of all but they have declined it. So we'll react towards it. We'll talk about it. Maybe we're gonna have Skylight United from Manchester United fame on our stream today. Also, we'll be looking forward to Steven to join us later on, or maybe we might have Yusuf also later on the stream. But besides that, I'm all by myself today. I'll take you guys through the next hour and a half of intriguing live streaming. Stay with us. Do not go anywhere anytime. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back again to the channel. Christopher Nkunku is again a target for Bayern Munich. Absolutely, Christopher Nkunku is a target for Bayern Munich, and they are keen once again on bringing Nkunku back to the German Bundesliga. Chelsea will insist on a permanent deal for Christopher Nkunku if that move should happen. Reported by Simon Johnson, or would I say Side Sports? If you know, also the Athletic have also reported that the same news update on the forward reporter saying that another forward who could be departing Stamford Bridge is Nicolas Jackson, who is not considered untouchable according to report following the arrival of Liam Delap and Joao Pedro, reported by the Athletic today. I will say today, but earlier, late yesterday. And also, whilst Chelsea have agreed to lose in 2024, 2025, in line with their current projection for next season, reporting a period of covering 2023, 2024 to I think 2025, 2026 season. They have committed to losing a fee of about 65 million euros. After removing those asset sales, they are pre-tax locks across the 3-year to the end of the 2023-2024 was around 330 million, avoiding another UEFA breach that will likely require plenty of outgoing transfers. Chris Waterspoon reported that from the Athletic. If I could remember all that I went through earlier on. But yeah, these are some of the issues. Financial fair play looming on Chelsea's neck, and they can afford not to pay that money. There's a whole lot. I want to see the more of the breakdown. I got this news a little bit late when the stream started, but I want to get break it down and see what it really implies to what has to do with Chelsea. Yeah, but big up to everyone joining us on the show today. Big up to Ty of Chelsea section. Ty, big up to you. Ty said big up to everyone over here. Big up to you. Cole Palmer also. Big up to Cole Palmer. I like Cole Palmer. Good day. I responded to you. Good day, my brother. Cole Palmer said Noni should leave. Noni should leave. Fake fans are saying keep Noni Madueke. And to me, I would say there are some few players, definitely. There are some few players in the squad that we definitely need some upgrade on them. We've seen Nicolas Jackson for, I think he's going to have his third season now. He had a patch with the first season where everyone was like, all right, let's give him a chance the following season. And he had the second season. This is the third season, if I can remember. But then he hasn't really improved on his previous season. And this team, at time, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Enzo Maresca this season. Upcoming season, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him because he's had almost about this crop of players last season. And there's a few additions, which some of these additions are upgrade on what we already have. All these attacking players are upgrade on what we had last season. Liam Delap is an upgrade on Nicolas Jackson. Joao Pedro is an upgrade on Noni Madueke. Whether he plays on the right, he said he sees himself as a guy, like hybrid of a striker. He can score, he can create, he can play on the left, on the right, in the middle. He can play as a 10 also. That's how he sees himself. So we need an upgrade. There should be more upgrade going forward, and they're there. So Enzo Maresca, I'm not really pushing him, but he has to produce. This is just a football club. Enzo Maresca has to produce with his addition that he's got. 25 goals for Liam Delap last season. Nicolas Jackson couldn't get that number last season. Injuries, suspensions, and I would say rotation. He wasn't that great last season, but Delap was able to do it. So I feel like it's an upgrade on Nicolas Jackson. Report are saying that Nicolas Jackson is not untouchable as it was being reported a few months ago. If the right price come, Chelsea will sell Nicolas Jackson. If the right price come in for Nico Jackson, Chelsea will sell him. And I was trying to figure out if I can remember was the set price what the set price was the asking price was for Nicolas Jackson. I can't find that information where I had it. But I think right now the market value for Jackson is around 50 million euros. So anything over 50 million euros is still a profit. Definitely still a profit on Chelsea. So let me see if I can find that information on the asking price of Nico Jackson right now. If not, if I can't find it, then I hold on the pace for now. All right, people, we are still here. I'm all by myself, so things are a little bit different because I have to bring everything in. Usually, for Stephen here, Stephen will check some other things for me whilst I concentrate on the presenter. Arsenal fans that still think Noni not happening. I know Arsenal fans, they don't really want Noni Madueke. They're like, why are we always prioritizing Chelsea's reject? When Chelsea filter their team up, whatever they don't want, whatever it's not good for them, then we'll go and take it. To be honest with you, the fact that a player did not work well for one team doesn't mean it's not going to work well for the other. They play with different teammates. They play with different formation. You get what I'm saying? And the euphoria at Arsenal could be different from the one at Chelsea. So maybe he could go to Chelsea, he could go to Arsenal and do better. Don't get me wrong. Noni Madueke is a good player. It's just that the inconsistency was a little bit too high. And he could have done better. He was good previous season, but last season he wasn't that great after the hat-trick he had against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Since then, he went down. Inconsistency. But with the way Arteta has Arsenal running, I'm sure they will get the best out of Noni Madueke. And it will end up coming out to bite us, we Chelsea fans that want him out. I don't want him out. I would like to keep him, but we need to move forward. If his performance last season wasn't that good enough, we need an upgrade. And definitely we have an upgrade. We've got an upgrade. We have Pedro who can play on both sides. We have Joao Pedro who can also play at both sides. We got two Pedros right now in the football club. Not to forget myself. But we got two two Pedros at the football club. And I think that those who are definitely upgrade on what we have, in my opinion. But guys, don't forget to keep it coming. Nizan is here, waiting for Steven to join us here a little bit later. We will discuss the other news. Especially, I want him to come in and help me out with these breakdown of these financial fair play situation. He's an expert on those on that field. So I'll leave that to him. I won't touch it. I'll touch that later on before I will leave the stream. Cole Palmer said David Oinstein said Noni agreed terms with Arsenal. And he said, no club to club talk yet. Absolutely. That's what I was reading from Oinstein later on. There's no club to club conversation yet. But then it looks like Chelsea will definitely have to let him go if the interest or right now there are a lot of clubs interested in him to pick him up, to get him. But if the right price comes, Chelsea will sell. Chelsea will sell. But what's Chelsea going to do with McGee? There's McGee here. There's Nicolas Jackson. There's Delap. There's also Joao Pedro, who can also play the same position. So within like the same position, we have like 4 players in that position. That's too much. At least I'll go for 3 players. But 4 is too much for the attacking role. Pedro is not a typical number 9. Jackson is not a typical number 9 either. We have 2 typical number 9, which is McGee and Delap. But suspensions and injuries, so you need at least 3 attacking players, which we can get Joao Pedro if any of the attacking players on suspension or injury. Pedro can play that role, or even a false 9 role, if that happens. All right, thank you very much, MDS. MDS in the building. Big up to you, MDS in there. Chelsea section from Ty. Ty, big up to you, Ty, and good morning to you. I'm saying good morning because I know your location. Cole Palmer, why is he not wanting a player? Okay, let me take that again. Why is it not wanting a player with potential to leave the definition of fake fan? Okay, aren't people free to want what they want to think didn't come well? I don't know if I'm not reading it well. All right, since I don't know, we police opinions now. I'll take that again. And Ty, I'll retake that again for you. MDS said that, but what about Ronaldo? Ronaldo, I don't know about Ronaldo. Ronaldo is not in the news right now. Ronaldo, okay, I'll give you the latest on Ronaldo. If you want to know much about Ronaldo right now, the latest is he has signed, I think, either a 1 year or 2 year contract with Al Nassr. That's the latest on Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is fading out. He has to retire. Same with Messi. I also heard there's been a interest from Saudi that they want Lionel Messi. I don't know, man. These Saudi Arabian people have more money than even God. Yeah, looks like they have more money than God. So they're just splashing the money anyhow. Messi at his age, 38, this guy can't even run. He can't run anymore. Suarez, they got the retirement league, and they want Messi and spend how much money on him? I don't know. But big up to Makeem, said big up Nate Zion and everyone up to Chelsea. Big up to you, Makeem in the building. Absolutely, Makeem in the building. Ty said Chelsea. Cole Palmer said Chelsea session. How can people say Noni was our best winger? Oh no, Nani wasn't our best winger. Noni wasn't our best winger. If you look at the number of goals he scored, that should tell you how good he was and how poor he was. His season was last season. So I wouldn't say Noni Madueke was our best winger. Do you still think that Noni gone? It will be hilarious if he stay. No, I think that Arsenal, definitely his move to Arsenal is imminent. A few things that I've been reading around looks like the Arsenal move will definitely come on. Without a doubt, he will move to us now. Cole Palmer said we might have a surprise signing. I can easily see us hijacking in Buemo. Brian Buemo. I haven't seen anyone discussing the Buemo deal. I will not rule that out anyway, because I remember Chelsea signed Pedro Neto when no one saw it coming. No, there was no report from anywhere until they signed him. So I will never rule that out. It can happen. Definitely, it can happen. I will not say it will not happen. So yeah. Yeah. I will not say that will not happen at all. Cole Palmer said I have a feeling we go after Fofana. Maybe we've told Fofana to wait. Is it Fofana from Olympic Lyon? I'm sure that young chap, very good player, very, very skillful, but it won't be. I'm not sure if he's going to be part of the squad, even if they pay the money for him. He might be loaned to Strasbourg. When they purchase, when they go for the player, definitely he might be the squad. he will be with Strasbourg. I don't think there's going to be a room for him at Chelsea right now if Chelsea go in for him. That's my thoughts on it. But I don't mind. He's a good player. I've watched a few highlights on him, not just one highlight, different compilation, and he looks exciting. It looks very, very exciting to watch. A Chelsea section tight said is their opinion. If they say so what? It's their opinion. It's not what I think. But Chelsea, but people have the right to believe what they want to. Absolutely. Just like Ty, you say people's opinion, that's how they believe. If either he is Chelsea's winger last season, best winger last season, or he's not. To me, I'll give it to Pedro Neto. Pedro was more consistent than Noni Madueke was. Although they had a hat trick, since then he wasn't that great. But Pedro shows. You have to remember, Pedro Neto usually go in. He has a lot of injury when he was with Wolves, but he went through the whole season with Chelsea without having any injury. That's an upgrade on him being at Chelsea. I'll say that's a good sign of Pedro. That's why I said there was much consistency in Pedro Neto's performance with Chelsea last season. All right, that's MDS said, what about Yamin Yamal? Is it Yamin Yamal? Yeah, Yamin Yamal has a terrible or horrific injury. Was what I think that was Saturday or Sunday when they played against PSG. Ooh. He's probably, I believe that he will be gone for like 6 months. That's long month. That leg is really off where it's, I don't think the bone is broken, but then it's twisted. It's gone off where it's supposed to be. So they're probably going to push it back and then put some, what I call, he's gonna give him something to wear to keep bones there and heal. But the healing would take almost about 3 months, and then it takes almost about 2 months more for recovery, and then he has to work on his fitness and before he can come back playing the game. So it will take him almost about 6 months before he can come back playing football. 3 to 4 months for a full healing of that leg. Once that is done, it will take him about 2 months more to get back to fitness. He has to start training on his own, start shaking off the leg, the injured leg, and then work his way back to full fitness. So almost about 6 months. Yeah. Musiala, not oh goodness. Thank you, Ty. Yeah, Musiala, not Yamal, Lami Yamal. I'm getting confused here. Yamal, I don't know what's latest on Yamal. I don't think there's anything new. I don't think there's anything. I haven't heard much about Yamal here. But yeah, Musiala's injury. I was mistakenly taking Yamal for Musiala. God, please help me. Very early for me, guys. It's still 7:48 a.m. for me here, so very, very early for me. Having sleep. I don't get much sleep anymore these days, but I'm still on for it. So apologize if I've got a wrong person name on the name in my head. Yamal is at Barca. Musiala was the one with the broken foot versus PSG. Absolutely. I was keep talking about it, but it didn't come to my brain to me like, who are you talking about, Nee? Who are you talking about? But thank you very much, Ty, for the correction. Yeah, I mean Musiala, not Yamal. But anyway, we'll move on from there. But yeah, guys, if you're watching this live, the latest news, MDS is just laughing at me. All right, the only football player I know are the ones I see in YouTube shorts. Next one will be Haaland. Well, Haaland should be on holidays right now because Manchester City got eliminated from the ongoing Club World Cup. They got some few money, but then could not stand the test. They got eliminated by they got eliminated. So yeah, they're out of the tournament. So Haaland should be on holiday. He's a good striker, definitely a good striker, but not a complete footballer. He's not complete. He needs to learn more. He needs to add some more, I'll say add some more to his game before he can be a complete striker. If you look at the world, the way Haaland played, he's not anywhere compared to what's his name, Alexander Isak of right now. I'm talking about players right now. Even in the past, I don't want to compare Haaland to the players that have come and gone in the past. Right now, Alexander Isak is ahead of Erling Haaland, not just by scoring goals, but complete player as a striker. Haaland doesn't do much, only standing, either running behind the defense to finish. He's a good finisher. That's his job, to score goals. But sometimes when the going's getting tough, you need just more than just finishing. You got to drop deep to help the team out. You got to know how to, interpositional changes or get involved in the game. That's what Haaland doesn't do much. Either he's isolated, standing there. If he doesn't receive the ball, Haaland doesn't do. Off the ball, Haaland useless. If you give him the ball, run behind the defense to finish, absolutely number one in the world. But football is not just that. There's more into it. Yeah, if you look at, I was saying, let's give you a little example to some of the top strikers that have come and gone. I would say Thierry Henry, who was a top striker, who plays on the left-hand side as a winger also. He's got flair. He can run. Haaland can run. But he's got skills to himself, which Haaland doesn't have. You get what I'm saying? He can beat one-on-one. He can beat two players to score a goal. He can create. Haaland can create nothing. If he doesn't have 1v1, there's no chance Haaland will score goals. He's not going to score any goals. With Manchester City, they don't even cross the ball. All the ball has to be on the ground. So Haaland wouldn't score much goals with his head. Even when the ball is in the air, Haaland have to jump and use his right leg or left leg to tap the ball in. The guy is not good with his head. That's Haaland. He doesn't do much with his head, even when the ball is not with him. And City, that barely crossed the ball. So that's Haaland. Look at Ruud van Nistelrooy, another one. Look at Didier Drogba, complete strikers. These are complete. They're skillful. They do a lot with the ball and without the ball also. So that's my judgment. I'm not saying he's not a good finisher. He is the best, one of the best finishers in the world, but he's not a complete player. That's my argument here. Makim, big up to Makim, said that Noni is still the only player that actually breaks the line. Noni only plays more than Neto only plays more than Noni in the Club World Cup competition. Let's put it that way. Let's put it this way. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Noni Madueke is a good player. He's very direct. He's got a lot of pace that makes defenders don't want to face him. Absolutely, that is great. But then the end product is not there. The end product is not there. And I don't know if Chelsea are willing to give him another more season to really prove to them that he's got it. You get what I'm saying? Last season, he does a lot of things. Either he doesn't pass the ball well in the final third, or a decision he makes in the final third are always, or is either is poor. Not all the time, but that's what I talk about, the inconsistency. He can break the line, that is true, but the inconsistency is not helping Noni Madueke. And I believe that he can work on it, but are Chelsea willing to let him give him another season? I think Arsenal, if you look at where he plays, they need a backup for Saka. And I'm sure he can be better. He can challenge Martinelli, who was so poor last season on that left-hand side, and play on that role. And he can be better on the left-hand side if they put him there. He's better than Martinelli. He's better than Martinelli. And I believe that he can do a job for us now. But Arsenal fans are not looking at it in that perspective. They are looking at, another Chelsea player we're getting. Because in the past, they've had the likes of Kai Havertz. They have the likes of Raheem Sterling, where things hasn't gone very well for them. So they think that, okay, why are we always going for Chelsea rejects? Why are we always going for Chelsea players? If they're good enough, why wouldn't they stay at the football club? No. We went for Mohamed Salah. I think from either FC Basel. I think we bought him from FC Basel. He came in to score worthy of the goal against Arsenal. But Mourinho did not like the way he plays, and they sold him to Roma. From there, from Roma he went and did very, very well with Roma. Then Liverpool went for Salah. Now look at Salah. So it doesn't mean Noni is a bad player. If it doesn't work well for Chelsea, it doesn't mean that he's going to be a bad player at Arsenal. He might go there and even be a better player at Arsenal. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is another example. Not that he was bad at Chelsea, but he was asking for more game time. And at that time, as young as he was, with the players that Chelsea had at that time, there was no way he could fit in. He's not going to. Jose Mourinho is not going to give him so much game time ahead of the likes of Michael Essien or Frank Lampard or who again? Those players playing that midfield, Michael Ballack, Michael Essien, Frank Lampard. He's not going to get ahead of them. These are senior players. Senior players that make more money. So he opted that he's like, all right, I want to leave. And then they sent him to Germany. I think, was it Wolfsburg? Or I think I don't know if I can remember. They sent him to Germany, and he picked up. He got a game time. He became better, and then came back to the Premier League to Manchester City. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes when a player leaves, doesn't mean the player is a bad player. He's not. And just like I don't think Noni is a bad player, but he frustrates a little bit like inconsistency, and you could get that from every young player. The inconsistency is very, very high. You get that from young players. But also one thing that we have to remember is Noni Madueke has disciplinary issues. I think there was two occasions where he was late during the meeting at Chelsea. Everyone was there. Noni came in late 2 times. And I heard something about going to the club. So it's very common with young players. Understandable. But if you're in a football club like Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, you don't want to be doing this. You don't want to be drawing attention to yourself, and it doesn't help your career as a player. You got to stay disciplined. You got to eat, sleep at the right time so your game can be better. As a footballer, you need to sleep a lot. If you do a lot of running, workout, sleeping is the best thing that you need to be able to recover very well. Why do we ask players to get after they need 3 days to recover? Absolutely, they do. 3 days. And Noni is not sleeping. He's going to clubs, come back very late, and party again. You get what I'm saying? So, what do you guys think? Nicolas Jackson. Nicolas Jackson in the news, but what do you guys make of Jackson? Let me know in the comment section below. Should Jackson stay, get a second chance, or should they move him on? And if Chelsea moved him on, Jackson, right now, there are lots of teams that want Jackson. Nkunku also is in the news right now. He's been linked. I think a report came from The Athletic. Let me get that information here on my screen, if that's what Athletic reported on Christopher Nkunku. Let me see. I think, let me see if I can get that ahead. I take Christopher Nkunku to Bayern Munich was a question mark. And it's just, I'm trying to see if, let me find it. Guys, give me a second here. Sometimes when you memorize everything, you do forget some of them. All right, so report that came in earlier, which is earlier today, which was yesterday for me, earlier for those that live in the UK. Okay. All right, I've seen these Nicolas Jackson news update on Nicolas Jackson. Another forward who could depart from Stamford Bridge is Nicolas Jackson, who is not considered untouchable, like I said, following the arrival of Liam Delap and Pedro, reported by The Athletic. So there is, but Chelsea, remember, he's got almost about 45 years more left on his list, on the book. He's got contract up about 45 more years. So Chelsea are not in a haze, or they're not in a hurry to sell Nicolas Jackson. So they can create a bidding war. The other clubs that want him, a lot of clubs want Nicolas Jackson. They could create a bidding war. And market value right now, Chelsea paid 35 million for the service of Nicolas Jackson from Villarreal. If Elite's market value, as to say, is 50, I think they can get 55, 60 for Nicolas Jackson. And 5 more years left on his contract. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So 35, 50, Chelsea haven't losing the money. 60, we get more profit on Nicolas Jackson. If all the other clubs that won't see him. Exactly. Also, another report that I was looking at earlier on today, as it says, as part of the of their settlement regime with UEFA, Chelsea have agreed they can only register new signings if their list A transfer balance. List A being the registered squad for European competition is positive. That is what Chelsea still believe that they can register players. Remember this, they said Chelsea have to sell, come up with a fee of 60 million for UEFA to be able to register some key players like Joao Pedro, Delap, and Delap, and who again? Pedro, Delap. I think there were 4 players. Joao Pedro, Delap. Who are the others? I can't remember. I can't have remember all the 4 players that it was been listed. And also another news there, according to a report from Bild. I'm not so sure how, but Vince reported this earlier on. It says Bayern Munich may not need to pay a fee of around 30. May need to pay a fee of around 30 million to sign Renato Viega, who they consider as someone with tremendous potential. Chelsea are aware of Bayern Munich interest, and but as of now, there have been no negotiations right now reported by FC at FC Bayern Munich. I'm not so sure about that one, but Vince reported that earlier on. So there's so Chelsea. Look, just 2 players. Whatever money UEFA is asking for from Chelsea to pay, which is 60 million, 2 players, or even one player can give that money to UEFA. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let me go through the comment section for a bit here. Let me see what the comments have to offer me. Have here for me, and Cole Palmer said, with all the links for Noni Madueke, I don't see him playing today. I think, yeah, if indeed he is leaving Chelsea to Arsenal, then from what I heard from Alex Crook said they have agreed personnel terms. So the player and the football club has agreed the personnel terms, but then the asking price hasn't been accepted yet. So I don't know if player side is okay. It has to be club, and club to club has to start negotiation to get paperwork done. There's still more time. There's still more time to finish deals over here. MDS, big up to you. MDS said also, you said Pedro going to Chelsea is an upgrade. That it's an upgrade that he didn't have more injury, but has he performed the same? If not, could it be because he became less aggressive? Which is, are you talking about Joao Pedro? Joao Pedro to Chelsea? Absolutely. Joao Pedro, I'll say, look, we've seen one game for Joao Pedro, who came on against Palmeiras. He was brilliant. Every pundit to tell you. Oh, even I listened to South American experts who does more journalism on South America players, who said he was brilliant. He was so good in his debut. So, and also he said he was training, although he was on holiday. He has his own personal training, and he was on training. So that is why he was able to perform that great when he had his debut. So yeah, Pedro's performance has been good so far, but we need to see more of him. We need to see more of him. But thank you very much, NDS, for the comment. Cole Palmer, Gikere is going Arsenal. I'm not afraid of him at all. Says they will pocket him, and he will flop me Arsenal. Okay, I've said this. Look, if I wish Gikere was at Chelsea, I wish he was at Chelsea. But the way Arsenal play, I don't think Gilchrist is the kind of a player that they need. The way Arsenal plays, I don't think Gilchrist is the kind of player they need. They need a hybrid of maybe a Joao Pedro kind of a striker. Because if you look at the way Pep Guardiola plays, players like Helen Haaland struggles to play under his style of football. Although Haaland has been exceptional, he is just that exceptional of a player. If you can remember when Ibrahimovic was playing under Pep Guardiola with Barcelona, he struggled. Thierry Henry also made the same report that the way he plays playing under Pep Guardiola, he also struggled. He doesn't like those kind of players. The kind of players that really perform very well under Pep Guardiola's style of play, it's players like Kumaguero, players like Alvarez, that is with Atletico Madrid right now. Though not a typical number 9. He doesn't like typical number 9 kind of a player that stands there, doesn't really get involved in the game. He doesn't like those kind of players. You have to be like hybrid of a player who can dribble, who can play as a false 9, who can score goals, who can play on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side. That kind of a player. That's what he likes. More of a tiki-taka kind of a player, little pockets, and then go. Because he wants players that can keep the ball. And Haaland doesn't keep the ball as much as he wants. He wants him to keep the ball like the Alvarez did, and maybe Kumaguero did during his time at Manchester City. All right, so big up to everyone watching this live on 8, watching on YouTube, and we got the I think about 30 watching live on X. We're streaming on 2 platforms at the same time, X and YouTube. We are still going through a few of these news surrounding Chelsea in the Premier League. Jackson wants to stay, but he need to stop picking silly fouls and getting sent off. That really hurts the football club. Dude, Jackson, yeah, Nicolas Jackson. Nico Jackson, I'll say Chelsea have done Nico Jackson a lot of favor, and he need to reward or pay back Chelsea with greatness, and he's still not improving. And I'm sure every Chelsea fan have had patience for Nicolas Jackson. No one did speak much about him in the first season because we all said, dude, he's not a typical number 9, he's not a typical striker. He was chopping to that role when someone got injured for him to play, and he took that opportunity very, very well. But this is Premier League. That's the nature of the beast. If you don't perform for a season or 2, they have to show you the exit and bring somebody in. Football is not royalty. It's not like it used to be 40, 50 years ago or 30 years ago, where you say, okay, there is some kind of loyalty in football. It's not there anymore. Football is strictly business. I spent 50 million on the player. I expect the player to come help my team so I can also get that 50, 60 million back in competitions that I played in. Just like Chelsea are making right now. Chelsea have made over 60 million in the Club World Cup competition as it is going right now. They make 2 million from each game. And where they are, they're making more. In the quarterfinal, run of 16 quarterfinals, if they finish this stage to the semifinals, they are making more. You get what I mean? But so it means that spending 30 million on Liam Delap, spending 50 million on that player, the returns is massive. Winning the competition, they make 100 million back. And that 100 million, maybe you can use that 100 million on player salary the whole season. You get what I'm saying? Those that are making 150, 200 a week, maybe that 100 million, 50 million could pay all that salary to the whole season. Then you can keep all your gate, the money you make from ticket sales, the jersey sales, and other stuff that you're making money from. You get what I'm saying? So when we're paying players, we want them to give us that return. And Nicolas Jackson give us a good return in the last 2 seasons. But after he got these extension and he got a raise, he's been poor that season. It doesn't help when he goes through injuries also and taking unnecessary stupid yellow cards, like Cole Palmer said. So that's just by the way. We'll move on. So yeah, we talk about Nicolas Jackson. Cole Palmer said he need to stop it if he's gonna stay. Else, but would you consider Chelsea selling him, or would you think that another season might help to see if we can unlock or he can get better at Chelsea? And what do you guys make also of Renato Viega? Viega at this moment also is being reported that Bayern Munich want all our players. He wants to Nkunku. Nkunku is also in the list here, guys. I have Nkunku on my books as I haven't talked much about Nkunku, but yeah, Nkunku is in the news. Earlier on, I did say that Christopher Nkunku. I did read about Nkunku earlier on, and what did I even say if I can remember? And trying to remember things doesn't help. Let me read it for me. So it's Christopher Nkunku is again a target for Bayern Munich, and they are keen once again on bringing Nkunku back to Germany. Chelsea will insist on the payment deal for the forward. There's not going to be a loan fee here, and I don't think that Chelsea will accept any loan deals. Straight away, this has been reported by Samuel Johnson. I think he picked it up from the Athletic also. So Christopher Nkunku, what do you? Let's put Nkunku right here. Let me see. I'll just see if I can share this. All right, put this on my screen here. Screen. All right. So we will take some few time on this man over here, Christopher Nkunku. We'll spend some time on Nkunku. Nkunku hasn't had a great season with Chelsea. Last season, he wasn't that great. But we've seen a different Nkunku in the Club World Cup competition. Does that change our mind on where what we want to do with the Christopher Nkunku? Does it change your mind as a Chelsea fan? He preferred to play behind the striker, and we saw him playing behind Delap. Should Chelsea give another chance to Christopher Nkunku? Do Chelsea have that luxury? Can they keep him, pay him his wages, and be part of a bloated squad? Will that make him happy? Or should we give him a chance and see if we can unlock more of his talents playing behind Delap, since we haven't had a typical number 9 at the football club or a main number 9 at the football club for quite a long time? Are we going to see a different Nkunku with him staying? Or should just Chelsea ship him on? To me, this is why I stand on it. Nkunku playing under behind Delap in the same formation has been great. He has been good. I've loved his energy. I haven't seen much of laziness. I can see the intensity. I can see that I can see some few energy in him. The tenacity that he brings to the game is higher than what we saw last season, where he was under the weather. Another season with Christopher Nkunku, I don't see it. If we haven't bringing the likes of Joao Pedro, I would say he has a chance of staying at the football club. But Pedro in, Estavi William also coming next season, it's gonna be too much of a, I think, bloated squad for Enzo Maresca to work with. I remember when he joined Chelsea. there was a discussion of how many players is he working with. Is he working with 50 players, 100 players? He said he's working with only 22 players. But having Estavo, having all these players, he's still gonna work with 22 players. I'm not sure. Will Chelsea bring in another striker, or as another striker, or is Chelsea gonna bring in a defender, a goalkeeper before the end of the season? I don't see Chelsea bringing in a goalkeeper. They might work with what they have. Sanchez, I think he will stay for the season again. They still have Georgi Petrovic. They still have Mark Pendis at the football club. So 3 goalkeepers right now is what they have at the Club World Cup. And I still see Chelsea maintaining these 3 goalkeepers. Not sure if Pendis is going to go on loan because there's no Bettinelli. Bettinelli is now with Manchester City. So Bettinelli, it's not going to be there. So Pendis could be the 3rd goalkeeper. Is he willing to be the 3rd goalkeeper? Is he going to move on? Or does he want game time? I don't know. But I think he will stay. These 3 goalkeepers are what we're going to have next season. Pendis, Petrovic, and Sanchez being number 1. Petrovic will be the cap, cap keeper. He will be in charge of the FA Cups, the Carabao Cups, and maybe the Champions League will be definitely going to be Sanchez.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Exactly.
Do it!
Yeah. What are they planning to do at a slow jam here on the transfer feed BlueClouds Media? My name is Nate Zion, and I'm the host for the show today. I'm always the host here. If I'm not here, maybe Stephen G will be the host. So usually he is a backup for me on the stage in the studio here when we got shows and stuff going on. But yeah, I both drop the link. It's almost about an hour since I started 52 minutes now. I started talking. So I'll drop the link. I don't want to be asked again. Sometimes I do forget. But anyone there who wants to share some of the discussion with me, feel free to come on and let's have a talk here. Makim said, big up to Makim. He said, I would love for Jackson to make space for McGee. So I remember we said, what is it going to take for McGee to get a chance? I think Jackson goes, McGee will get more game time because we're then going to have a main striker who is very, very young and probably the number 9 option. If Delap is not there, he comes in and then we can get him the best out of him. I don't think he's going on loan though. I don't think he's going on loan. He stays. Yeah, he's going nowhere. Is there anything new right now? Let me check so I don't miss anything. All right, guys, the likes will go a long way. Drop a like on it. Drop a like on the video as we're still going through the latest developments and transfer news in Chelsea. To be precise, a match day today. Don't forget, guys, Chelsea Fluminense live happening here in America in ongoing Club World Cup, FIFA Club World Cup competition. The prize at stake is 100 million if you win it. But before you get there, you're going to win a lot of money. There is money you make in every stage. Quarterfinals, round of 16, semifinals, and to the finals when you win it. So lots of money is at stake. And I'm sure Chelsea, the boys are ready to win everything. So reports are coming in. A few reports on the Rodrigo. Report says Real Madrid do not plan to sign a replacement if Rodrigo leaves. So they probably have enough. If Rodrigo leaves, they don't have any plan on signing a replacement for him. Spurs also. Reporter saying Spurs striker Alejo Villas. Yeah. Spurs striker Alejo Is it Alhelo Villas will join the Rosario Central on a season-long loan. There's no buy option in there, so player for Spurs. What is going on with Folk Crew? What is going on with West Ham United? Nicolas is fit. Okay. Nicolas Folk Crew, West Ham United striker. I'm trying to see if there is any update on Chelsea players. There isn't any right now. Yeah, I've seen one from Eitan Emanuele. Exclusive Arsenal are now confident that Eitan Emanuele is set to put a pen and paper on a new long-term contract on the coming days. Nathan Emanuele signed yet, but renewal now heading to a positive direction. All right, so that's Nathan Emanuele reports over there. So, guys, if you're thinking he's going to join Chelsea, it was all hype for him to be able to get what he won. From what I read was he was asking for more game time, and Nathan Emanuele was either Ethan or Nathan. I think Nathan, right? Yeah, let me get the name right. Yeah, Ethan. Ethan was asking for more game time. That is why it was all blown out of proportion that Chelsea aimed for him. But no. Okay. Crystal Palace have inquired about Josh Champon on a season-long loan from Chelsea. What do you guys make of these? Champon, would you prefer he stays with the club, or he should go on loan? To me, I think he has to stay, because if you look at the right-hand side, we are playing Malo Gusto on the left-hand side sometimes. He's a right-footed player, but I think that Achampon is more suitable in that right-hand side than Gusto. Gusto have struggled all season. Achampon leaving one way or the other, one way or the other, he will get game time, and it's good for Achampon. It's good for Champon getting more game time, but I think that he's still gonna get game time if he stays with Chelsea. He get Champions League experience, and now he's already good. He just need a little bit more polishing in his game, and besides that, he can do a good job as backup, and he's gonna get game time. Just like if you guys watch the number of minutes that Drisbury Hall got yesterday. I mean, last season. I say yesterday, last season. So they still get more. He can get more game time. We got Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League games, Premier League games. I don't think this dude should go on loan. They need to keep him. Yeah, they need to keep him. We need that squad depth. We need that number of squad players, because imagine the Conference League. We have two sets of squad, one for the Conference League and the one for the Premier League, and we need the same scenario playing the Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and then Premier League. We need that big squad. There will be many injuries. There will be setback. Lavia, whom I don't trust. Reece James, whom I cannot also trust in terms of injury. So there will be a lot of injury going into next season, and we need all these players in. We need all these players, a lot of players to come in and help. Okay. Very interesting. I think I've touched on almost everything. I've pretty much touched on everything right now. For now, so there's not much more I can say. Yeah. What do you guys make of the news out there? Nicolas Jackson, McCain will prefer Jackson leaving and making way for McGee to play more games. What do you make of Christopher Nkunku also been linked heavily with Bayern Munich. I've made a news or a shot on Nicolas Christopher Nkunku like 3 different 4 videos. Always linked to Bayern Munich. Always has been linked to Bayern Munich to return to Bundesliga. I think if it doesn't stay, the Bundesliga will be his best. That's what I think. It will be his best. He can join the Bundesliga. Christopher Nkunku's gone. Nicolas Jackson, I've talked about him. Joao Pedro also. Joao Pedro, I was listening to some few reports on Joao Pedro, what he makes of. He said the reason why he left Brighton Football Club. He said Chelsea's a big team, and I wanted to win trophy. Chelsea is a team that could provide that trophy, those things that I'm looking for as a footballer. And to him, he knows Chelsea's a big club. So even though Sir Brighton knows that Chelsea's a big club, that is why he moved here. There were other teams also in for him, but he chose the West London side. He chose the West London side to be with Chelsea. That should tell you that Chelsea, although, look, back years ago, when they say young players, they don't want to join Chelsea because they know they won't get game time. When Lampard, the Ballags, the ACNs, the Basungwais were there, no young player will go to Chelsea because they're not going to get game time. But now young players are going to Chelsea because it's full of young players who are trying to grow together to start winning trophies. So that's what he said. It's a young team. They're hungry for success. They just won the Conference League. He feels like they will win more. This team will win more. But PSG team also are very, very young. But I'm sure that I'm having the feeling that Chelsea are winning the Club World Cup and making it to the finals. But it won't be easy. I feel like the finals penalty will decide who wins it. It will be goalless. It will be very close. Penalty will decide who wins it, and it will be in Chelsea's way. Oh man, so I think guys, I've gone through pretty much almost everything for today's show. It is kind of yeah. I've gone through everything. So, guys, if your first time watching us on the stream and your YouTube or X, wherever you are, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Really appreciate it if you can do that for me.
Like button.
Smash like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
Smash the like button.
Smash that like button. And also, yes, I think that there was a few reports the other day that you can watch, I think, either 20 minutes or 30 minutes of Premier League highlights 20 or 30 years ago. Premier League, the website have made it possible where you can go there and watch highlights of teams like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. They've made those games on their platform. So if you're there and you are bored and you want to watch some old games for your reference to be able to remember some of the games, remember you can tune into the Premier League website and you can watch those games from there. Do not forget, you can watch those games from the Premier League website. So keep it in mind. I want to say, guys, thank you very much. It's been 1 hour, 3 minutes of live streaming. I've gone through all these headlines in the Premier League as I started from interest of Christopher Nkunku, Premier League, like I said, Christopher Nkunku, interest of him, and also the summer, like I said, Nicolas Jackson. Also, I did talk about Christopher Nkunku to Bayern Munich, Nicolas Jackson potentially out of the door, and the looming shadow of Chelsea FFP crisis forcing a major clear out at the football club. This is why I said that I was waiting for Steven to jump in so we can get into that one, because he came in a bit late and I didn't get the time to go deep into it. So I just a little knowledge I know about it is what I did put on the table. But besides that, yeah, I think it's been a great show. I'm liking it. I like it. I've enjoyed it. I've gone through it. I've put some shots out. Go check it out. And don't forget to drop a like on the videos also. Thank you very much. I always say lay this randos, hang on to hope. And I'll see you guys in a minute. Yeah. Or I'll say in a few minutes time, I will be live again discussing the Chelsea and Fluminense game. We're not going to do a watch along, but when the algorithm trigger that content, then it means that we might stay for a watch along. If not, adios. Thank you guys very much for coming. See you guys again. Bye.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, feel the winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the road, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive.